How's it going, Zelda fans? It has been a while since I put out a video on this new channel, and that's because my family just moved and I'm finally getting all of our stuff settled in and back at a place where I could start investing in this smaller channel of mine. Hopefully I get to a point where I could start putting out multiple videos per week, but in the meantime, I've had to focus on the channels that actually support the family financially. But now I can really start pouring into this one, and today, massive news. We have to say allegedly, but a lot of people are acting like this is a fact. So basically, let me get you caught up to speed. Nate the Hate is probably the most trusted leaker in the entire Nintendo sphere. When he says something, when he has sources, and when he talks about stuff from his insiders, basically everyone acts as if it's gospel. Now, he doesn't have a perfect track record, but people certainly act like he has a perfect track record. And because he's so efficient with his, not only his predictions, but with his claims, people have to acknowledge it. He's usually correct on these. So here's what everyone is currently freaking out about and what was currently said on his recent podcast. So, there is no General Direct until June 2026, and although that is unfortunate, I'm not really surprised considering the fact that games take longer to develop than they ever have before. There is a new Star Fox game coming to the Switch 2 in the summer of 2026. So very soon, and I am very excited. I'm a massive Star Fox fan. Obviously, that's not going to be applicable that much on this Zelda channel, but I do plan on making a video on Star Fox Adventures pretty soon, because that really is just a Zelda game with a Star Fox skin, so stay tuned for that one. Also, there's a bunch of other games coming out in summer 2026, blah 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 blah. Let's get to the Zelda. Ocarina of Time remake for the Switch 2 is coming in the second half of 2026. So apparently this year, according to what many people believe is the most credible leaker in the entire Nintendo sphere, is saying that we're getting what many people think is the greatest video game of all time in a remade form. Not just a remaster, but a remake. Personally, I'm all for this. I think even if the remake was bad, it doesn't necessarily do any harm to the original. I will always love the original, and that art style and aesthetic will always hold a soft spot in my heart. But personally, I think it could really blow up Hyrule Field, add more things for people to find throughout the map, obviously give the game some modern graphics, and that would allow young people nowadays to know how we all felt in 1998 when this game first dropped. So yeah, technically this isn't an official announcement, but it's as close as you can get to being official without it being truly official. The other thing that gives this credibility is the fact that Nate is claiming that it's coming later in 2026. A lot of times what you'll see with leakers who don't actually have legitimate sources is they will claim something is coming and they will keep claiming it until it eventually happens. And then if it never happens, they'll just stop talking about it and hope you just forget that they ever made the statement altogether. But the fact that he's putting a timeline on it means he's really saying it with his chest. Personally, I'm buzzing about this, and I have made it very clear on this channel that not only do I think that Ocarina of Time is the greatest video game of all time, but it might just be my favorite video game of all time. So I am going to be covering the heck out of this game leading up to its release, and of course, after its release. The other thing is, I really hope that if Ocarina of Time is in fact being remade, that they would then reuse those assets and remake Majora's Mask as well. Obviously, that would be several years into the future before that would eventually happen, but if this Ocarina of Time remake is received well and makes Nintendo a ton of money, then I honestly don't see why they wouldn't do that as well. I mean, they kinda already did that with the 3DS when they remade both of those games. So really, maybe it's not just a hope, but more so an expectation. So what do you guys think about this? How do you feel about an Ocarina of Time remake dropping later this year? I look forward to hearing your thoughts in the comment section below. Thanks for watching as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more Zelda content, and I'll see you guys in the next video.